Sidestep footwork. So sidestep footwork is a signature footwork for Pikiti. It's usually considered a close range footwork. It's about having power generation when you don't have time to step forward and hit. And it's also a combination as an invasive motion. So this is a really signature sort of key piece of the Pikiti system. So the way we're going to start off with this is we're going to unweight one foot. And the first one that we're going to do is actually 90-degree sidestep. There's going to be a 45-degree sidestep, a 90-degree sidestep, and a 180-degree sidestep. But if you can do the 90, you can do the other two. So I'm going to start off, I'm going to unweight one foot. Okay? I'm going to step across, I'm going to take this and I'm going to step this down so that it is pointed at a 45-degree angle. And then I want to pull my hips so that they have shifted 90 degrees from my original point. Now I've unweighted this foot, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to step down here, and I'm going to come back. Now my foot is pointed at 45 degrees to where my center point is. Okay? So what's happening here is I'm shifting my body off of this center point here. So I sit here. So I'm going to do it the same direction several times. Step down here. Common errors here is I step down, and this foot is 90 degrees to that foot. That's rough on the knees, so, and this would look like a cat stance if you've done, karate or something like that. So step down and turn, but this foot is 45 to where this is. That just makes it a lot less pressure on the knees, less vulnerable to lateral attacks as it's on its base, that sort of thing. Okay? So step down and turn, step down and turn. Here. Okay, so let's switch that, go to the direction, so we're just going to bring our feet together, unweight this foot here. If you looked at the really sort of technical guys on this, you'll see they'll actually come up on the heel, or the pinky toe of this foot, and step down and pull, and you can sort of see that as I do that again over here, and pull. Okay, so I've stepped down. When I do that, my feet are kind of pigeon-toed, and then unweight. That's an exaggeration. I don't actually want to be both feet on the ground at any one time. But as I'm stepping down, I'm unweighting this foot. And I come back. And what I'm not doing here is pivoting. Okay? I don't want to put lateral torsion on my knees. On a carpet like this with bare feet, it's not an issue. With like good shoes on a rubber, like on a wrestling mat or somewhere, it might be an episode. So I want to be able to step down and plant into my position. Here. Step down, step down, step down. Step down. Okay? And again, emphasizing that my hips are moving 90 degrees as I'm doing this. Okay, so that's 90-degree sidestep. The next one is 45-degree sidestep, which sounds a little bit odd, but it actually has to do with this offline footwork. So we're going to use that reverse triangle footwork that we used in the very beginning. I'm going to step offline, I'm going to step down, and I'm going to pivot. Okay, so I've used that angle and I've moved out. Here, step and pivot. Come back to center, step and pivot. And really, this is sidestep, sidestep, switch, here. So I've done sidestep, sidestep, switch, sidestep, sidestep, switch, sidestep, sidestep, switch. I have to think about that. Sidestep, sidestep. So that's what we call a 45-degree sidestep. My hips actually are doing they're doing exactly the same thing as the 90-degree sidestep. My hips are still moving 90 degrees when I do this, but because of the 45, just to make it ingrained a little bit understandably, we call that a 45-degree sidestep. So we have the 45 and the 90, now we have the 180. The 180-degree sidestep, we're going to start off on one side, and 180 degrees, we go 180 degrees. Okay? This one will really emphasize your step and not your pivot. So step down and pull, step and pull. If I slow this down, I step down. I'm very pigeon-toed here. Again, you don't actually do this, but it's for effect. And then I pull to turn my hips. Okay? Step down, pull. Step down, pull. Step down, pull. pull, step down, pull. So now you can really see as we're getting and swinging, as I put that together, step down, pull, step down, pull. Okay, and again, sidestep, we're moving to the sides. If you want to really practice this, sort of imagine your shoulder width and try to move outside of that shoulder width. So in this case, we'll do it this way. Okay. Shoulder width is something like that. Okay, so I'm going to step off, I'm going to hit my side step here, and I'm going to make sure that my body clears that plane. I'm going to go the other way, here, but I may never use this big in application, okay, but it gets me used to moving and clearing out my center line off of that position. Okay, so if we were to put this together, right, so side step, here, this would be basic power generation, side step, here with my backhand, forehand, backhand, forehand, backhand. Okay? So this is 180-degree side step. I can do the same thing with 90-degree side step if I wanted to go 1, 2, switch. I have to go 1, 2. So, or I could go 1, 2, 3, switch, 1, 2, 3. Come back to switch. Pattern-wise, I like the 180 degree, and that's the normal pattern that we use, or you can use the 45 of 1 here, 2, whoop, that'd be using a different foot. 1, 2. Anyway, so again, 180 is the typical, if I just want to use that fundamental striking pattern. And you can see where that power generation is coming from. You can also see how I give up the center, right? As I move offline, off of that, so to either side. Okay, so that's 100, side step, 45 degree, 90 degree, 180 degree.